Grand Rising, good morning, aloha, and welcome, fellow wolves, shifters, light guardians from across this beautiful holographic matrix. My name is Brendan, Mystic Spider-Man, Wolf Shield, and thank you for joining in for another wonderful, inspirational, exciting, team-cultivating episode of Waking Up with Wolf. Let's hear those wolf howls. Arr, arr, arr. So yeah, let's get things started here. We got another big week ahead of us, and for those of you who may be new, again, what we're doing here, this is like an awesome opportunity for us to be able to connect as a team, for us to just be able to like drop into this heart space, first day of the week, to be able to share some inspiration. And this is all cultivated around the the project of Paradigm Shift Central, which is about bringing together a global team of shifters, people actively helping assist with the shift in consciousness. We've been doing this project for many years now. We've got a lot of amazing people. We've got a lot of amazing events to get involved with, and I'm going to get into sharing just kind of like some personal inspiration from my heart in a second. Right before I do that, just want to be able to forward the invite for those of you who may be new. If it's your first time tuned in, feel free to drop a 333 in the comments. If you're on Instagram or on TikTok, click the link in my profile to be able to join in with the rest of the team on YouTube. We got lots of awesome stuff happening throughout the week. We have our team meditations Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. EDT, available through the Discord. And we also have our new Paradigm Shift Circles, which are non-recorded, voice-only conscious conversations, which also happen through the Discord. So make sure you're connected to the Discord. Link for that's through my beacons in the YouTube info. And today's topic, which is going to be kind of like the theme of what I want to actually be able to talk about today, for even just like right now with Waking Up with Wolf, is why are mothers awesome? So we're going to be getting into that one a little bit later today for the discussion circle. And then we got some other topics throughout the week. We've got what inspires you, what is happiness to you, a very powerful question, why is there a lack of passion in the world? And then on Friday, finishing off with the week with is time an illusion? So again, these are awesome opportunities for you to be able to connect it with the team, practice being a part of these conscious conversations, even if it's just listening, and to be able to just connect further with this really, really beautiful community that we got. So feel free to join into the Discord if you're interested, even just to tune in, and feel free to invite into a friend as well. And yeah, with that said, we're gonna just kind of like get things rolling here, and then we're going to do a little bit of some tarot, and then we're going to be moving into a little bit of our meditation in the next couple moments. So at the top of the hour, I should say. So connecting into my heart space, you know, in theme with Mother's Day, there's something I was thinking about, also just kind of like not related to Mother's Day, but I'm like, oh wow, this actually does relate to Mother's Day. And it was the concept of being able to really feel into feeling into the bigger story, feeling into the idea of like something that is bigger than us. And this is a very, very powerful theme. And I invite us to be able to practice just kind of like sitting with this theme today, and then just kind of like bringing it with us into the week as well. So again, you know, when we talk about what it means to be a shifter, what it means to be a light guardian, these are kind of like phrases that we use here within the community. A big part of it, as I commonly refer to, is the idea of like choosing to help make a difference in the world, choosing to be the change you wish to see in the world. And so from that perspective, you know, I think it's really, really powerful for us as individuals to be able to reach those certain points in our journey where we begin to open up to bigger stories. You know, we begin to open up to this idea that there is more happening within our reality than perhaps we once fully realized, or perhaps we once were fully told about or informed about or exposed to. And so when you think about reality, you know, like your story is constantly kind of getting like bigger and bigger and bigger. And so when you think about it as a child, I mean, like, what is your story? Again, you know, your story as a child is it's like your relationship with your family, your relationship with your caregivers. And then from there you start to grow and it's a little bit older, and then your story is like, oh, okay, what's my story now? My story is, you know, maybe I've got a few friends, maybe I've got some favorite toys, maybe I've got a favorite park to go to. And then you start getting a little bit older, and then you're just like, oh, okay, what's my story here now? And then you're like, okay, you know, I've got more friends, I'm in grade school, and then eventually I'm in high school, and you keep kind of growing and growing and growing. And as you grow, so does your story. And what I mean by that is your story kind of becomes more than just you. It becomes something where you realize that, you know, what you care about isn't just taking care of yourself. It isn't just your own well-being. It's actually, you know, the way that you can show up for your friends. You begin to develop these deeper relationships. You begin to expand the awareness of your story, of your bubble, of your consciousness, where suddenly your consciousness is no longer just isolated to a little small circle that was once just like you making making sure that, you know, you've got your needs met and everything like that. But it begins expanding to the point where you're checking in with others and you're cultivating this degree of self-awareness where you're just kind of reflecting on these questions of like, okay, you know, like, how is everybody else doing right now? Like, what are the needs of everybody else? Like, what else can I do to be able to help like impact the world of those around me as well? So when you think about it this way, it gets really interesting because you can kind of begin to see how this actually begins to go up through levels that are like, you know, what I haven't even talked about here, but it starts getting into levels of like the metaphysics and the conscious level and the spiritual level, where again, you know, like what we're doing here is we are taking part in being a part of this bigger story that really expands, you know, even literally just get to this point, even beyond like space and time. And we start getting into this bigger story of you know, really being able to feel the energy of the Kali Yuga, the energy of like this bigger shift in consciousness that is arising, and yet knowing that our impact within this bigger story is incredibly affected by the little things that we do, you know, by the acts of kindness that we do. And so this is where we start getting into that theme of like the ripple effect, where, you know, like we have this idea where we do want to be able to change the world, but one of the powerful ways that we can approach it is, you know, like think globally, act locally, you know, think of the big picture, think of the big story, but then understand how what you do within like those little moments are actually what affects the big story. It's not always like your immediate action. It's more so like the relationship that you carry with your actions that kind of continue to ripple out, that other people take notice of, that other people begin to become aware of, and then they themselves will also begin to embody and mimic and just become, you know, it becomes a part of their story. And literally what I'm talking about here is, you know, like acts of kindness, acts of compassion, acts of caring, acts of creativity. And so, you know, if our role is the bigger story is, oh, okay, like let's help inspire more people. Like, let's help, like, you know, open the hearts of more people who are here on this planet right now. Like, how can we do that? We can do that literally by like working on our own practice of connecting with our heart, working on our own practice of connecting with our own creativity. And so this idea of really being able to encapsulate and hold a bigger understanding of the stories that we are part of, I think is such a core part of what being a shifter is about. Because, you know, when we talk about being, and if this resonates with you, please just drop those 11 lines. Again, like, this is just practice for me. I hope you guys understand that like when I show up here, I don't have a script. I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to start talking and we'll see what comes up. This is a chance for me to just kind of, you know, like allow spirit to just kind of practice communicating through you as it does with you as well. But again, you know, there's degrees in this story, and it starts getting very, you know, it's just like, okay, what's the bigger story? It's like, okay, yeah, like we're here to help our friends, we're here to help our family. But then it's like it goes deeper and it goes beyond that, where it's like, you know, what we're actually doing, the bigger story is like we're healing generational trauma. We're like rewriting the code of the matrix. We are, you know, transmorphing like realities through space and time, whatever that means to you, right? It sounds pretty epic, but we are literally, you know, like having a story, and this is where it gets really trippy, where even like what's happening now is actually like affecting the past and it's affecting the future. You start getting into these multiple parallel realities where like our present reality is actually rippling out beyond this reality. And then you start getting into the bigger pictures where it actually starts getting very like extraterrestrial, extra dimensional, multi-dimensional, where you start to realize that the bigger story is, you know, like what is the story right now? It's like this is literally the story of, you know, like the heart of Gaia awakening through all beings here within the earth, and this story of like this galactic extra dimensional conscious evolutionary societies that are traveling through time to be able to help us. Again, it's more just kind of like speculation, but again, you can almost kind of think of it. It starts to sound like a sci-fi story. It starts to sound like an epic graphic novel where you start realizing that the bigger story is this idea that, you know, we as souls, and again, this is, you know, take it with a grain of salt. If this resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, that's fine. But we as souls, you know, the bigger story is that like there's like another story outside of this earth story, and that's a part of our story too, where we're like existing in these other dimensional realms. And then we have this awareness of Earth, and it's like, okay, like we need, you know, 144,000 light workers to be able to go down to Earth and to be able to help like plant those seeds and make that difference and transmute the energies of the planet, and to be able to help heal the Earth, the transmorphing rangers. That's exactly right, Johnny. And again, you know, like from there to be able to collectively assist and accelerate the shift in consciousness. And And thus, in doing so, also again being able to kind of like see the ripple effect of how that carries into the future. So the bigger story that we carry is one that transcends space and time. It's something that an action that we do today has an effect in the future, whether that future be like later today, or whether it be weeks from now, or whether it literally be years from now. What are the ways that we are showing up today that carry into the bigger story that we are a part of, and how big of that bigger story can we actually feel? What is your connection to the bigger story? What is the bigger story that you are aware of? What are the stories that you're aware of? And so this is where, again, I'll say this, and when we'll get into a quick little tarot reading, and then we'll get into our meditation. And we're probably going to go through pretty quick on the meditation today. But what I do want to practice is kind of giving each of us an opportunity to sit with that question of like, what is the bigger story? What is my bigger story? What are the bigger stories? And so we're going to go into a meditation where we're really just going to be dropping into our heart space. We're going to kind of be going to like our Zen place, and then just allowing you to just kind of explore that. It's not going to be like a super complex meditation, but I really want you to just kind of like have the opportunity to just kind of like feel into that question and see what arises from within your own heart. Because I feel that through the connection of our heart, all of us are connected to this story. And I think ultimately we have this kind of mythos inside of us where we literally are like superheroes, like we literally are the heroes on our journey. And through this story, again, we have this opportunity to see that it is within the understanding of the fact that we are connected to something bigger that allows us to step further into our identity, because it allows us to step further into our purpose, further into the reason why we are here. Like you did not come here to this earth purely just for your own satisfaction. Like you came here to serve. You came here to be able to fulfill purpose in contributing to the bigger story. Like every single soul who came here to be able to be a part of this bigger story, be a part of this bigger shift in consciousness, be a part of like the grand awakening, the Kali Yuga cycles that are unfolding right before us. And so when we start to become aware of this connection to this bigger story, it really begins to help us create more of that identity, where it helps us see ourselves within our own story as like that hero that is showing up to be able to help others, to be able to help make a difference in the world, to be able to stand for tomorrow today, to be able to plant a tree today so that our children can sit in the shade. Like, do you guys hear what I'm saying? So drop some 11 lemons if you guys resonate with anything that I'm saying, because again, me sharing this is really just be able to help us kind of like click back into that idea of just being able to say like, okay, like what is the bigger story? I can feel it. I can feel it. Like, and again, like without me having to tell you, like, what is the bigger story? Like sit with that question. We'll be doing that. But again, this bigger story is one of like transformation and growth and healing and creativity and excitement and inspiration and community and synchronicity and communication and love and compassion and like this deep like process of like really connecting with like this incredibly magical essence that ripples all throughout this reality. Like if anything, the story is we are the dream awakening to itself. We are like in this process where we move through this reality and we kind of go, we feel the amnesia dissolving away. Like that is a part of the story, right? So you can begin to kind of like see the like things become like brighter. The world starts to become like a little bit more vibrant. The story begins to evolve in new directions as well. So yeah, it's super awesome just to be able to kind of like, again, practice sharing this, because I feel that when you kind of cue into this idea that there is a bigger story, that like the story is not just, oh, we go to jobs and we pay taxes and we do what the government tells us and then we die and we get married and maybe we have kids and we get a mortgage. Like that's one story, right? And a lot of people are in that story. But again, it's a story with layers and layers and layers and layers. So I invite you to kind of like see beyond that story, and I invite you to kind of cultivate and allow yourself to connect to the hope of the bigger stories. You know, like that story that I just told about, like working for the government, that's not very hopeful. You know, like unfortunately it's not. And you can kind of understand why they want us in that story. Like, yeah, sure, maybe it's necessary in some way or another to orchestrate all the billions of people on the earth and keep things organized and run businesses and stuff. But it's like, what is the story of our soul? You know, the story of our soul is something much more connected to the earth. It is something much more magical. It is something that is transformational, something that is beautiful, something that is loving, that is caring, that is cosmic. So there are these bigger stories, and I just invite each and every single one of us to just know that these bigger stories are there, and whether or not you fully know what they are, just know that you're in the process of being able to connect to them, and in the process of doing so, being able to learn more about your bigger story and your place within this bigger story. So if that resonates with you, feel free to leave some comment, and go ahead and even just leave some comments like, what is the bigger story? You know, like, what is the bigger story? Like, go ahead, like whatever that means to you, right? Like, practice writing that down, practice thinking about it right now. So I know a lot of you aren't necessarily in the chat. You guys are probably just like multitasking, doing a couple other things, which is totally fine. I love just being able to do these broadcasts, again, just as a way for us to start off the week together as a team. And we're going to get into a tarot reading in a second. Then we're going to get into a little bit of a meditation. I want to be able to see if I can keep the meditation pretty short today. And again, then from there, we got lots of other stuff within the schedule this week for you guys to be able to take part of. So if you're new to the community, make sure you're connected to the Discord. Lots of other opportunities there for you to connect to our team meditations Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. EDT, and also our paradigm shift circles, which are Monday to Friday 1 p.m. EDT, non-recorded voice only conscious conversation. And then we also have our team podcast this week, which is our paradigm shift dream class, where we talk all about dreams and metaphysics and dream practices and the bigger story of dreaming as well. And again, if you're a leading member, you can join on air for that. And if you guys want to help support the work that I do for the community, go ahead and check out my Patreon. You can currently see we're currently at 129, working towards our next milestone of 135 on the Patreon. The Patreon is where you can support the work that I do with a monthly contribution. Plus, you can join as a leading member and get additional benefits and support within our community, such as being able to join on air for our team podcast, exclusive events, access to me as a conscious media creation coach, joining in for our conscious creator work periods, and lots more. If you're thinking of joining as a leading member, like even this month, like the contributions you can process, they don't process till the first of each month. But if you're thinking, like, if you want to get involved as a leading member, DM me on Instagram and let me know, and we can set up like an onboarding call as well, because I'll be working a lot on being able to help like connect more people as leading members this month. So if you're interested in getting involved as a leading member, or you think you might know someone who is interested in getting involved as a leading member, drop a 555 in the chat. Feel free to let me know, and again, just DM me on Instagram if you have any questions about that as well. So with that said, let's see what the tarot cards have. And again, all the links I mentioned for the Discord, for the Patreon, those are all in the info for this video. Oh, and also leading members who are already signed up, just know if you guys want to be able to upgrade to the leading member plus level, there is that option, and that involves like, that gives you the ability to have like an additional like monthly one-on-one session with me, and that's where we can do like our individual tarot sessions as well. And I may be doing some like in some team tarot broadcasts like how I used to do. I may be doing some of that this week. I want to, but I got a few other things that I just need to take care of first, and that will be like, it'll be like team tarot and Patreon goal quests. So I've done a bunch of those in the past, but making sure that we reach those Patreon goals is super, super important for the work still ahead. So I appreciate everybody who contributes in all the forms that you do. Even if you guys want to order some Light Guardian crystals from the shop, that is a super awesome way to be able to help support. And leading members, you guys also get the discount code for that. And again, shop items in the info. So anyways, all right, let's see what the cards have to say, and then let's get right into our little meditation. So thank you again so much, everyone, for joining in. And yeah, for those of you on TikTok or Instagram, go ahead and click the link in my profile to join in on YouTube, and also find the Discord link. So, okay. All right, here we go. So show us what we need to see. That's the intention for this pull. And this is using the Lightworker Oracle deck. So it's an Oracle deck, it's not a tarot deck, but still, same intention. Show us what we need to see. Oh, beautiful. Okay, all right. So the card that we have pulled for today is card number 33, Master Healing. Card number 33. You can see like this beautiful like wizard reading a book. This like celestial multidimensional being has got like all sorts of like crazy cosmic stuff happening. So let's get right into reading this, and we'll just keep right on time. And yeah, again, I want to do some of those tarot broadcasts. I know I've had a lot of fun with those, and I haven't done those in a while. And Yeah, stay tuned for those. We'll see. Okay. All right. Here we go. Number 33, Master Healing. If you're tuned in right now, this message is for you. I'm going to read through it and then we'll get right into our meditation. And again, I want to be able to keep it's going to be a short meditation for today. So 33, Master Healing. If you're tuned in, if you're listening, this message is for you. So just allow yourself to kind of like meditate while you're listening. As you meditate, remain true to what inspires your heart and commit to your spiritual path. You become an increasingly powerful healer. You are here to live your own life and be true to what genuinely moves you. The unconditionally loving guide and ascended master Serapis Bey comes to you now with a blessing of master healing to further your success on your path. If anything I say resonates with you, then go ahead and leave some 1111s in the chat, and also feel free to just kind of like reflect on how it resonates with you. And again, like this card definitely resonates with, like, it definitely goes in theme with what we were talking about a moment ago. So the Master Serapis Bey is a beloved guide for those who feel a strong soul connection to ancient Egypt, for healers who are developing their own modalities, and those who love to work with high-frequency concepts. He also assists with the tradition of spiritual inspiration into practical worldly plans. Very much what we were talking about. You are an integral part of a powerful spiritual team that has taken physical incarnation to help awaken consciousness into love. That right there, that's the bigger story. Like, that's the story. Like, being a part of this bigger spiritual team that is incarnated on this earth. You are asked to tune into your heart. What do you love enough to overcome any obstacle to attain it? What motivates and inspires you? Not what seems possible or practical, but what is authentic. Very powerful question. We are most powerful when we serve authentically from the heart. A bird might learn how to dive underwater from time to time, but it never is going to be at its most powerful if it has to live underwater. It would struggle to thrive if it were to force itself into an unnatural expression of its life energy. The bird yearns to fly because it's divine nature and purpose. You too have divine nature and purpose, and your heart holds the clue. What feels most like you? It is difficult to access the truth of our own nature when we believe we should live up to the expectations of others. If we attach an outcome or afraid of an answer, we are unintentionally block our perceptive faculties. A spiritual vision of sticking our fingers in our ears and shouting blah blah blah. The spiritual version of sticking our fingers in our ears and shouting blah blah blah. The blessings of Serapis Bey includes his clear flame of divine cleansing light. This can assist us in letting go of whatever blocks us from knowing the truth of our nature. When we are willing to be who we are, the universe can more easily guide us to fulfill our destinies. Serapis Bey will help you see yourself truthfully. You may gain feedback from others that helps you understand the value of what you share, or you may simply find it easier to view yourself objectively. With a compassionate, appreciative, and discerning inner eye, as you learn and accept who you are, you become a more powerful vibration for masters to put to use in the plan of love. If you have a dream in your heart, know that it has been placed there for a divine purpose. Very, very powerful idea right there. If you have a dream in your heart, know that it has been placed there for divine purpose. It is meant, what you dream and desire contains the seed of divinity. It is meant to help attract your life mission and fulfill it with love, joy, creativity, and pleasure. If we are willing to go through what is necessary for an outcome, it will happen for us. The details may appear different from what we imagine they would, but truth remains. If you ask for something and are willing to go through the process required to have that outcome come to life, it will happen for you. The universe is that generous, unconditionally supportive, and loving of you. It is your creative partner. It will provide you with all that you need to manifest your dreams, desires, and destinies. Invocation. I'll read this part and you can kind of imagine you're hearing this, and anything that we've said, write out your own affirmation in the chat based on like the message that you received from this card right now. And feel free to do that. Just kind of like helps you like make sure that you got the message. So invocation. I call upon loving master Serapis Bey and his master healing through the clear flame of truth and grace. I ask to know in the perfect time and the perfect way according to divine wisdom. the truth in all matters of importance to me and my divine life journey. Now, including here, you may ask any particular questions. I ask to be lovingly shown my true nature, my deepest desires, and most important dreams. Please help me know myself so that I know how to best to live my divine destiny. May all beings on the path of self-knowledge be assisted and supported with unconditional love through mine own free will and grace. So be it. Beautiful. It's card number 33, Master Healing, which again, you know, this is a bigger part of the story. The bigger part of the story being that we are literally here to be able to do the work of healing. And what is healing if not the work of transformation, the work of kind of taking something that might have been in a state of disharmony and bringing it back to harmony. So again, we do that by starting off just by, you know, working on our own stuff, going inside and everything like that. So we're gonna segue that with us into today's meditation. And yeah, I'd like to actually just be able to go pretty much right into the close-eyed part of the meditation. We'll just do a quick little laughter practice, and then we'll just do a quick little water blessing. But I encourage you guys to like do any massages and EFT tapping as you feel called. You can kind of like always do that afterwards. But we'll just kind of I want to practice here. I want to see like if we can kind of like do like a condensed version of the meditation, and then we'll get right into the close-eyed part of it. So grab some water if you need it. And let's practice connecting with our heart, and that will lead us into the next part of our meditation. And thank you again, everyone, so much for joining in. Please feel free to like screenshot at certain points if you guys want to like screenshot me looking ridiculous with our laughter practice meditation. And then we'll get right into the close-eye part of the meditation shortly after the water blessing. So, all right, so let's sit up nice and just allow yourself. You can do like a couple stretches. Oh, just get that body moving. Oh. And again, without me even having to say it, gratitude, just holding that gratitude in your heart, like reflect on gratitude. We won't go through the whole process of doing like the massaging and the sharing and everything, but please, by all means, go ahead. And again, just reflecting on like the affirmations and the energies that you're bringing into yourself for this week. So let's move right into our laughter practice meditation. And what that's going to be, it's going to be a nice gentle inhale and then a nice soft exhale, and then another gentle inhale and then exhale the sound ha. And so the ha sound is going to naturally evolve into a cascading laugh. We're going to do this 2 times. And again, as you do this, just allow yourself to experience the joy of being in that place of laughter. You don't have to laugh. Whatever's comfortable for you is totally fine. And just allow yourself to just kind of like be present in the experience. So maybe you're just going to observe, maybe you're just going to smile, maybe you're going to find that you'll accidentally laugh just by being in the space here with us. And thank you to those who are also leaving like the affirmations in the chat there as well. So, okay, let's move right into this. Thank you guys again. So, okay, go ahead and just allow yourself to relax. And let's just take a few breaths here as we just connect with our breath. So just gentle inhales. And soft, gentle exhale. And gentle inhale again. Soft exhale, a bit of a sigh. One more regular deep inhale through the mouth. Nice soft exhale. Okay, I'm moving to our laughter practice. Here we go, follow my lead. Deep inhale. Exhale the sound ha. Ha, 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 ha. Try and get any of those like weird laughs in there. Nothing but snort laughs. That's oh god, it's like a chain reaction. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Connect with your breath here, and right from here, this is a powerful moment. If you're not too dizzy, go ahead, close your eyes and just breathe here. What does this space feel like for you? Just take a moment. Feel like just like the serenity of this space. Softness, a stillness. Beautiful. All right, we're moving to second round of laughter practice meditation. Go ahead and open your eyes. And again, we're cultivating that kind of like after laughter practice when you kind of like really get into that like that really zen place. We're going to carry that with us into the next parts of the meditation there as well. Please feel free to type out your weird laughter noises in the chat as well. So love you guys. All right, okay, let's keep things moving along here. So grab a drink of water if you need it. Second round of laughter practice meditation. Let's get those weird animal noises or whatever you guys want. So, okay, starting our week off by just allowing yourself to arrive into the heart space. And again, you know, this meditation, laughter practice, like this meditation is so powerful. Again, Alan Watts, he was saying that like monks would say, like literally, like this meditation is almost more important than just the closed-eyed meditation, the power of connecting with your heart. So beautiful to see so many people tuned in. Thank you again, everyone, for joining. And yeah, thanks for being a part of this community. Let's get right into it. Second round of the laughter practice meditation. Here we go. Can't even get through it. Okay, here we go. All right. Regular breath here. Relax. Deep inhale. Nice soft exhale. Here we go. Deep inhale. Exhale the sound ha. Ha, 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 ha. Bonus points if you get like any like toot laughs. You talk. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allow yourself to just relax here. Go ahead, close your eyes. Connect with that deep breath. Just give your body permission to just relax. You are safe here. Just give yourself the gift of this moment. What does this space feel like for you? So we're going to bring it with us into the next part of the meditation. Beautiful. Gently returning your awareness back to the space around you. All right, let's do a quick little water blessing. Again, we're kind of doing a quicker version of meditation today, so I just want to be able to practice going through this, possibly in as short as like 30 minutes. We'll see. Sometimes it takes an hour, but we'll get through a short one today. So, okay. Go ahead and grab some water. We're just going to do a quick little water blessing. And again, as we do this, we're literally just going to bless the water, but there's like a little hack here where like you like encode the water with that love, with that compassion, with that energy. And what we're going to do here, we're also going to like feel into the future. Like this is a very powerful idea where we're like we're anchoring in the energy of the future. We're anchoring in the energy of the bigger story. And so I invite you to even kind of like begin kind of like feeling into that concept of the bigger story. We were talking about that earlier today, and then we're going to bring it with us into the next part of meditation. So go ahead and grab a drink if you need to. Grab some water if you got it. And then just take a moment here. And again, this is your practice. Like you guys are showing up here like I'm happy that we get to like share space and smile and laugh, and I hope I entertain you even just a little bit. But at the same time, you know, this is your practice. So thank you for showing up for your practice. So, okay, so with that said, let's go ahead and get yourself nice and comfortable. And then what we're going to do here, we are going to close our eyes. I'm just going to allow ourselves to just feel into the future, feel into the week ahead of us, feel into the day. So close your eyes here. Just connect with your breath. Feel this beautiful light from the center of your heart. Imagine this beautiful energy moving down through your arms into this water, and you can imagine this water like beginning to glow. As you just fill it up with this intention, with this energy of consciousness, with love, and just thanking this water as a symbol for life itself, for gratitude, reflecting on what you're grateful for. And as you breathe here, just allow yourself to like feel into the future. Feel into this day, feel into this week. Feel that like golden thread that connects you between where you are now and the moment still ahead, the golden path of the Dharma ahead of you, the path for your highest growth. And just allow yourself to just feel the excitement that we have ahead of us of this week for ourselves individually, and the things you'll get to take part in, the things we got happening in the community. And just allow yourself to kind of really bring your attention to sometime on Friday at the end of the week, and you can just feel where it's been like, oh man, like that was a good week. Kicked a lot of butt this week, did a lot of work, took care of things, was present with myself, whatever it means to you. It's going to be different for all of us. So just breathe here, feel into this future, feel into the what it's going to feel like when you're at the end of the week and you're like, oh man, like that was a good week and I'm looking forward to the weekend and I'm going to reward myself. So just take a moment here as you just bless this water, blessing life. Feel that emotion of what it's going to feel like by the end of the week after you do your best to continue to show up as you do. And you feel how you've grown and you've learned, and the gratitude you carry. Blessing this water. When you're ready, go ahead and drink this water with intention. Do a little asana as you like anchor this reality into your field right now. Keeping your eyes closed, keeping them in this heart space. Let's just take a moment here to just kind of anchor in the collective bigger story for the community, for the team. So just taking a moment here, just kind of reflecting on our Paradigm Shift Central community, visualizing more people connecting with the team, more amazing people, just allowing them to be able to experience what it is that we got going on, for them to be able to receive the benefits, the connection, the conversations, the beautiful people. And from here, just imagining like the impact of how that ripples out. And then just allowing yourself to feel into the bigger collective, more and more people waking up each day, arriving into their heart space, remembering their own divinity, whatever it means, awakening within the dream, awakening to bigger stories. So feel within your heart, you can use any phrase, may all beings be ... or may all beings know kindness, may all beings know compassion, may all beings know love. Take a moment here as you just feel this future, feel this timeline, feel this reality. It is there. We are aligning with it. We are anchoring it. We embody it. We are pillars of it. That is the journey of a shifter, of a light guardian. You become a pillar for this reality, and then it ripples out from you. So take a moment here in your own silence, connecting with your breath, visualizing this beautiful energy pouring into this water, blessing this water, gratitude in your heart, feeling this future. Take a moment here in silence. When you're ready, go ahead and drink your water with gratitude in your heart as you anchor into this reality. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Beautiful. Do any sort of body movement shakes as you guys need to. Whoa. Again, I really encourage you guys, if you feel called to afterwards, make sure you still do your physical massages, your stretches and things like that. Again, we're practicing just kind of skipping it today. But I really do encourage you guys to, just make sure that you take time for yourself to do a little bit of massage, do some tapping, do some affirmations and everything. But for now, we're going to move right into the next part of the meditation. So for the next part of the meditation, again, this is going to be mindfulness practice. This is going to be practicing really just dropping into our heart space, practicing going into a little bit of a visualization. So it's going to start off with us closing our eyes. And how was that for everyone? Go ahead and feel free to leave any blessings or comments. Just let me know. You guys' comments in the YouTube chat is always makes it like extra exciting, where I can read what it is that you guys are experiencing as well. So what we're going to do here, we're going to start off just by allowing ourselves to drop into this meditative state. We're going to imagine taking this beautiful energy from our heart, moving it through our body. This is just going to allow our body to relax, allow us to kind of deepen into this space. For this meditation, I would encourage you to make sure that you're like sitting up opposed to lying down. Don't want to accidentally fall asleep for this one. And then what we're going to do, we're going to visualize ourselves arriving into like our own like Zen place. So I want you to kind of even start thinking about it now, like create a space, create like an actual like design and architecture of a space. And you might not fully know what it is yet, but this is going to be a space where we're basically just going to kind of like arrive into this space. And then we're going to find a place to kind of like really just sit down. And then when we're sitting down, what we're going to do, we're going to explore those questions that I was talking about earlier. So this is going to be a chance for you to really just like ask the questions within your own heart space, reflect, and receive any wisdom that arises, allowing you to kind of like talk with the universe, talk to yourself. And this may seem simple, but like this is a very, very important practice. And I think sometimes we kind of like, we get into like the big meditations and stuff, but sometimes the simple meditations are actually like almost more important at times. So we're going to be asking the questions where you are going to phrase it in a way that works for you, where you're really just going to be like kind of reflecting on like, what is the bigger story? What is my bigger story? What are the bigger stories? So the concept here is really going to be focusing around story. And then through there, I want you to be able to kind of just allow wisdom to arise from within your heart, have a bit of a conversation, just practice reflecting, thinking, see where the mind goes. Allow it to reflect on the story of your individual journey, of your individual transformation, but then allow yourself to kind of feel into the bigger story of what it is that we are going through as community and as collective, and even beyond this timeline, beyond. So this is where it gets interesting, because it can really kind of go a little bit further, even like beyond this planet. You know, beyond like this galaxy, beyond this dimension, beyond what it means to just be in this incarnation alone. So allow yourself to really practice feeling into what is that bigger story. And then this is the important thing, is to be able to kind of like bring that into your heart space in a way where you can actually continue to kind of carry it with you throughout the day. And we'll even be able to share about it a little bit here in the YouTube chat. So that's the idea for today. And we're going to do that. We're going to be in our Zen place. That's going to help us anchor in. We're going to reflect on that question about exploring what the bigger story is, kind of checking with our guides, just feeling into our heart, allowing that wisdom to arise, because it's already inside of you. Like that's the key thing with this. It's like, it's already inside of you, right? So if you're just like, well, I don't know, just practice sitting with that question and see what arises, right? Like that's the beautiful thing about meditation, is like you go into a meditative space and then it's like you see what comes to the surface. It's like you kind of like let things settle and then you see what comes to the surface. So if you let things settle and then you ask a question, the answers rise to the surface. Is that pretty cool? Drop some 1111s if you guys are resonating with this and you guys are ready to be able to get situated for this meditation. And with that said, we'll get right into it. And yeah, we'll after that we'll do a quick little chakra toning, and then we'll get wrapped up before the hour, way before the hour. Like this won't be a super long meditation either. So again, we're keeping it a little bit shorter today. Reading some of the comments, says we are centered, we are strong, we are love, and we are patient, we are calm, we are focused, we are motivated, we are grounded. Beautiful. Thank you again, everyone. Okay. All right, team. Get yourself nice and comfortable. Let's get ready to move into this next part of meditation. Grab any crystals or anything you guys need. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here and for being a part of this bigger story. So, for those of you on Instagram or TikTok, please feel free to click the link in my profile. Join in with the rest of the team on YouTube. And yeah, let's take part in this meditation. Then we'll hang out for a little bit after that. And then yeah, we got lots more today. So here we go. Get yourself nice and comfortable. When you're ready, go ahead and gently close your eyes. Allow yourself to adjust your posture as need be. Straighten up your spine, open your chest, relax your face. Gently begin connecting with your breath. Soft, gentle inhales. Soft, gentle exhales. Just allowing the natural rhythm of the breath to unfold. Giving your body permission to relax. Taking a moment here, we'll just calibrate our body by visualizing this beautiful light at the center of our heart. And this light's gonna move through our body, and as it does, it just relaxes every part of our body, which will allow us to go deeper into our meditation. Visualizing this light moving from our chest, through our shoulders, our arms, our hands, giving permission to those parts of the body to relax. Feeling this energy moving down through our torso, our ribs, our hips, our thighs, our knees, right down to our toes, giving permission to those parts of the body to relax. Feeling this energy moving up through our spine, all the way up through our back, through our neck, through our face, right to the top of the crown, allowing those parts of the body to relax and feeling this beautiful energy just surrounding us. This energy is here to support us. This energy is here to guide us. This energy is love. So just allowing the natural rhythm of your breath to unfold. We'll begin by imagining ourselves arriving into a place, or at least creating a space. You might not even arrive into it. You might arrive into a blank canvas and then begin creating it. What we're going to do, we're going to imagine ourselves in a place that we create as like our Zen temple, our Zen space, our happy place. Go to your happy place. What does that look like? A place of solace, a place where you can sit alone in your own meditation. And so maybe you imagine this place as being a garden. Maybe you can imagine there's like a little trail. Maybe you can imagine you're barefoot. Allow yourself to become aware of the senses. Maybe you can imagine there's like a little shrine. You can see the light shining through the leaves of the trees somewhere out in nature. Or maybe you can imagine it's like a little temple on the top of a mountain that looks out over the landscape. Whatever the case may be, allow yourself to just take a moment here, and don't worry about getting too complex with it. You can always adjust it as you go, but just finding a place that will allow you to just anchor into these energies, anchor into this stillness, anchor into this place where you're going to be able to relax. I'm just going to bring up some additional tones in the background for the meditation, just to be able to help anchor you in. And so allow yourself to imagine any sensations. You maybe can hear water running in the background. Maybe you can hear insects, cicadas, tree frogs, the leaves rustling. All of these spaces within your environment, just allowing you to connect deeper within your own heart space. And so find a nice, comfortable space within your little Zen area, your happy place. Find a nice place where you can just imagine yourself kind of like sitting down into meditation. So it's kind of like a meta meditation where we're like creating a scene that will allow us to meditate deeper within our meditation. And so finding that place, feeling that relaxation, feeling that connection with the heart. And throughout this meditation, you're welcome to put your hands on your chest, connecting with your heart space as you wish. And here, I'll gently guide you as we allow ourselves to practice through mindfulness, connecting deeper with our heart space and reflecting on the questions of what is the bigger story? What is your story? What is your bigger story? What is our bigger story? The story of our own personal growth, the story of how we show up for others, the story of how we embody the yin and the yang to create balance within ourself, the story to be able to show up in service, to show up in purpose, the story of divine beings incarnating on this earth plane at this time to be able to help assist, to find purpose and service, to anchor love into this reality, and to create space within our own hearts to invite others to do the same. So all of these things and more, whatever you resonate with, practice reflecting here And if you notice your mind wandering off of this theme, gently bring it back to your center. Bring it back to your breath. Bring it back to your heart. It's okay. Part of the practice is noticing that your mind probably will wander off topic. And when it does, gently bring it back to that question. What is the bigger story? What is my bigger story? What is our bigger story? And feel it from a place of inspiration. Ask this question knowing that within your heart, you're connecting into this deep wisdom that has something to share with you. And through this meditation, allow whatever arises to you to be something that nurtures your story, that inspires you. Your bigger story is to be able to connect with your heart so that you can learn more about our bigger story. Continue breathing here. I'll stop talking and just allow you to just be in this place of stillness, silence, mindfulness as you explore the wisdom of your heart space. Allowing this knowledge to float up to the surface. Allowing yourself to connect with your bigger story, whatever that means for you. And it can go beyond this planet, it can go beyond this lifetime, or it can be quite simple. Gently breathe here. Allow yourself to relax. Allow the wisdom to arise. What is the bigger story? Continue here in meditation for the next little while, and I'll gently come back in a little bit of time, but just take your time here. When you're ready, continue, go ahead. Gently breathing here. Let's take a few more moments. Continue. Beautiful. Allowing yourself to gently breathe. Allowing yourself to be present in this space. Just holding gratitude for whatever this experience was for you. And again, this is a conversation that you can continue. Ask yourself this every so often as you wish. Allow yourself to be able to see more of what this question holds for you. The quest is the quest that you are on. The quest is to discover the bigger story. So as we get ready to conclude this part of the meditation, just allow yourself to feel into your heart, reflecting on anything that you received during that meditation that you found yourself thinking about. And just allow yourself to bring it back with you as you wish. Perhaps in a way where you can reflect on it later on your own time, or maybe you'll even share it with the group. And so together, individually, we are exploring and living this question to create the bigger story, to weave a bigger story, to weave the webs that connect all of us into a bigger story. And so I invite all of us to feel into that story that if you're tuned into this broadcast with, you're in resonance with the story of being here to help make the world a better place, to live in our authenticity, to share our magic, to be a bridge between worlds, whatever that means to you. So with the exploration of the story also comes the calling, the invitation, the mission to not simply sit back and watch the story, but to meet it halfway, to co-create it. And so feel that as much as you are a participant in the story, we are the creators of the story. We are the pen of the universe writing the story in person. Very powerful idea. So thank you for showing up in your heart space, in your kindness, in your authenticity. Allow yourself to just take another moment here in your beautiful Zen, happy place, wherever you may be, knowing that you can return here back at any moment. This is a great place to come to ask other questions in other days and for other practices. And so just concluding here with gratitude, thanking yourself, thanking the space you're in, thanking the universe, the wisdom that came through, feeling the loving support of all the energies here to guide us. What do you bring back with you in this moment? Slowly from here, we'll gently begin to bring awareness back to our physical body as we carry with us this reflection, heart connection, inspiration, wisdom, insight, whatever it may be. It's different for all of us. May we continue to move forward from this moment with continued motivation to be able to help know that we are part of this bigger story, whatever it may be. And so slowly from here, gently, as you hold gratitude in your heart, we'll conclude this meditation for now. And when you are ready, gently begin to bring awareness back to your physical body as you slowly wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Just go ahead and take your time there. Nice big inhale, soft exhale if you need it. Bit of a sigh. Beautiful. Awesome. Welcome back, everybody. Please feel free to leave any comments on how that was for you. We'll just do a quick chakra toning, and then we'll be done for the day after that for this broadcast. And then again, we got our paradigm shift circle at 1 p.m. today. So, but yeah, that was a beautiful meditation. I enjoyed that. Like, again, you know, like I love when we do the meditations where we're like flying on dragons and all sorts of crazy stuff. But like the meditations of just being able to practice connecting in that stillness, in that quiet, in that heart space is so powerful, because again, you know, through there, it's connecting with our ability to be able to ask those questions, to be able to receive that insight, to tap into that wisdom that's already inside of us. So anything you guys want to share in the chat, please, by all means, even if it's just gratitude and feedback. For me, when I was cutting in with my my story, one of the things that was kind of coming up for me, and this is kind of personal, but for me, like I was really just like feeling into the story of kind of like imagining multiple lifetime versions of myself, and literally like seeing and feeling, and this is nothing new for me, but really just my mind was bringing it up, where it's like my story is this story that like it, you know, for all of us, where it's like in this past, like there's been like other incarnations of me that has been like involved as like a warrior, like in wartime, and family, and like fighting for family, and these like beautiful moments with like hardship kind of like in between them and everything like that. So it was kind of like this story of this deep love, this love that kind of permeates throughout lifetime, you know, like I'm like imagining myself like with my beloved, like in another lifetime, like raising a family in our cute little cabin somewhere up in the mountains or something like that, and kind of like these visions of just kind of like, you know, this idea that, you know, like there's so much of our journey that is kind of like this cycle of just kind of like of like beauty and chaos. And so when we understand that, though, it's the power of the beauty that allows us to really be able to anchor into the why of the story. And so, you know, even in today's day and age, we're kind of experiencing that in similar but different ways. You know, like in past lifetimes, many of us would have been at war. We would have been warriors on battlefields, but now it's a different kind of war. It's a psychological war. It's a spiritual war, but it's still very much calling forth the same energy where, you know, we have the choice to either just kind of like lay down and let it happen, or to stand up and rise and to be guardians for that which we love. And to know that, you know, the process of doing so isn't always, you know, we are in a type of war now where the war isn't always going to be something that's fought with blades, but it's more so fought with the mind. And it's not even like a fought, but it's more so the process of the transmutation that happens through the embodiment of the heart. So it's like nowadays, it's like we fight in these battles by continuing to live in our authentic truth, and the fight is in feeling the realities around us constantly trying to pull us away from our heart and distract us and move us away from our center. And yet our discipline as like warriors and you know, like ancient like Shaolin like Jedi monks, which is another thing I imagine myself like basically building this team in another lifetime. You know, like we were like these like kind of like high priestess kind of like Jedi warriors like in another lifetime, and now it's like we're doing that again. but we're doing it in different ways, because one of the most powerful parts of our story is our adaptability as well. So that's what I was feeling into this story, where it's like, this story is one where it is the hero's journey. It is when the shadow looms, the light rises. And so even in these times where things may seem a little uncertain, there's always this hope. And we as individuals, we have the power to be able to hold this hope, and to hold this hope through the power of connecting to that story, knowing that the story is leading us towards great heights and transformation, and incredible beauty and profound and deep, deep, deep love. And we can tap into that love right here and right now, and then we continue to embody it. So that's what I felt kind of coming through. And then again, even within that, there's like these sprinkled aspects of this bigger multi-dimensional story and everything, and aliens and extra dimensional beings and galactic federations, and like getting assignments to come back on Earth to be able to help out with this timeline and stuff like that, which I'm sure we can all relate to in some way. So let's just finish it off with a quick little chakra tone. I appreciate everybody taking the time to be able to do that practice for themselves. Again, like I do this practice, we do these broadcasts for you so that you can embody this. And this is the story. This is a story, like us showing up for each other, creating sacred space, holding space for these practices, connecting with our heart, and then rippling it out. So whatever you experience here, may you continue to carry it with you. May you continue to bring it out with you into the world. Carry the shift with you. The shift is you. This is the thing I talk about. It's like the same thing all the time, but it's so, so, so powerful. And that's kind of the journey, is that like having that same thing to kind of come back to is so powerful, because we will get moved away from our heart. We will fall off our path. Society and all the other stories will try to distract us, but it's like, bring it back to that primary story at the center of our being, and let that be our pillar, let that be our hope. And that is always there. And the fact that each of us is collectively anchoring into that makes it easier for us to be able to tap into, like, oh, this story of the Light Guardians, this story of people coming together to be able to help make the world a better place. Like, our collective momentum makes it easier for this energy to be able to be accessed by us. Cool. Thank you guys so much. I'm glad to see that was a powerful meditation for you as well. Really enjoyed just connecting to the heart and what was present, healing the parts that didn't feel loved and seen. Thank you, Rachel. Just going over a couple of the other comments as well. Johnny received a meme. Beautiful, powerful messages of clarity filled with peace, love, and gratitude. Thank you, Pinox. That was beautiful. Thank you for that. Thank you, Jonathan. And thank you again, everybody else. All right, so much love to my fellow guardians, my fellow sacred warriors. Thank you for showing up here together. We're all here. We're all equals, captains amongst captains. Like that is my story. That is our story, to be able to like find each other, to bring together the team, and then out of that solutions arise, and we grow and we learn, and we are literally like consciousness awakening to itself. So okay, chakra tone. We're going to move right into this. If anybody has to jump out early, you're totally welcome to be able to do so. We're just going to do a quick little chakra tone. This is again, Gnostic practice. Be able to help kind of tune the chakras, clear out like the energetic dirt that kind of gets over our chakras, and the chakras atrophy over time. If you don't use them, they atrophy. And so by doing these tones, it's spinning the disc. It's a tone that spins the disc. It kind of clears the dirt and just allows us to kind of like bring in more attunement into our physical body, which thus in turn affects our multidimensional abilities and just allows us to just kind of be more present with the energies we're carrying throughout the day with us. So thank you so much again, everyone. I'll go over just kind of the final details. And yeah, again, if you guys enjoy this, please like tell your friends, invite people to this community, join the Discord, support on Patreon. You guys know how it works. Chakra tones, let's start off with the brow. We'll move through it kind of, we'll do it one by one, and then we'll do it kind of like a real quick. So just a real quick one, then we're done. So brow chakra, the sound E, imagination, interconnectedness, unity, sight beyond sight. So the sound E, inhale, follow my lead. We'll do brow again. Inhale. Try feeling it. Inhale. Again, even if you want to like have your finger there, that's fine. Inhale. Throat chakra, sound A. Inhale. Speaking our truth. Inhale. Inhale. Heart chakra, sound O. Inhale, compassion. Inhale. Inhale. Pulmonary chakra, the sound Ah, connection with our guides and ancestors, the sound Ah. Inhale. 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 Solar chakra, the sound U. Temperance, willpower. Inhale. 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 Sacral, sound M, creating healthy relationship with our creative life force energy, cultivating that energy, but vivifying our body through a connection with it. The sound M, like inhale. If you want to close your eyes right now, go ahead, inhale. And inhale again. And root chakra, the sound S, patient. Roots below, branches above. Inhale. Inhale. Once more. Take a moment here, just breathe. Close your eyes if you're not too dizzy. Just visualizing this beautiful energy, just helixing up through your body. Just feeling into this heart space. Feeling just ready to be able to go kick some butt today. Sharpened your sword, tuned your instrument, connecting with the heart space, connecting with this bigger story, connecting with your light guardian energy archetype, connecting with your authentic self. Just allow yourself to take a moment here, just concluding your practice with gratitude. Thanking yourself, thanking the team, thanking the community, thanking the universe. Just feeling that gratitude. Deep inhale, nice exhale, bit of a sigh. Another one of those. Inhale. When you're ready, gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in for this week's Waking Up with Wolf Team podcast, broadcast, thingamajig. Technically, it's not a podcast. It's just meditation stuff. But we got lots of other stuff happening this week. And again, as we just get ready to conclude it, please feel free to leave some comments of gratitude for those of you in the YouTube. And yeah, if you haven't already yet, and you want to connect further with our community, connect to the Discord. Link for that is in the info for this video. It's through my beacons. And please feel free to tell a friend about this. If you haven't yet, you guys are welcome to screenshot this, reshare it to your stories, let other people know about my profile and things like that. And again, if you guys want to connect further and work with me further and do one-on-one sessions, definitely check out the Patreon. That's where you can support the work that I do for the community. You can currently see we're currently at about 129, working towards our next milestone of 135. I'll be doing a lot of work this month to be able to help build the Patreon. So if you guys want to join on the Patreon this month, next month, whatever works for you, totally cool. And again, do it as an investment for yourself as well, to be able to receive the benefits of connecting with this team, connecting into our regular Conscious Creator workspace, joining on air for our team podcast, joining in for exclusive events, which I'll be hosting a little bit more of soon, and also the option to be able to get involved further with opportunities to help you step into your leadership as a conscious media creator. So yeah, please feel free. Any gratitude, you guys are welcome to leave those into the chat. Any blessings. And also, I encourage you to even just leave some blessings in the Discord channel once we conclude this broadcast. And there's not too much more else to say other than, if you haven't already yet, make sure that you're connected, tell your friends, and hopefully we'll see a bunch of you a bit later today for our Paradigm Shift Circle on why are mothers awesome. So this is kind of like a continuation of Mother's Day energy, and really just creating an opportunity for us to be able to practice celebrating the energy of motherhood and mothership and the female energy and the divine feminine and everything like that. So we'll be talking about that. I'll be helping facilitate, and again, we got lots of other topics happening throughout the week. So yeah, so that's all for today. We're going to wrap it up here. I'll see you guys in the Discord. Leading members, we still have our Conscious Creator work period today at 2:30 p.m. EDT. And also leading members, looking for other people to be able to help facilitate this week's team meditation. So let me know if you would like to be able to practice doing so. And yeah, well, we'll come back here again tomorrow, and we'll kick some more butt, and we'll connect further as a team, and we'll change the world. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So beautiful. All right, so with that said, I am ready to be able to conclude this broadcast, and thank you guys again so much, especially those of you who just joined in right at the end. I love you guys so much. Okay, cool. All right, time to wrap it up. If you missed a recording, go ahead, check it out. It's on my YouTube channel. I love you guys. Leave some comments in the Discord. Tell your friends. See you at the circles. Join in. Dream class this week. Get ready for it. Practice your dream stuff. Get ready. We got dream stuff coming up this week. And again, join as a leading member on the Patreon if you want to get further connected with that. Oh, and if you're not a leading member yet, but you're looking to get connected as a leading member, like if you're just curious, but you're thinking about joining the Patreon later, send me a DM and we can set up like an onboarding call. And I'm making time to be able to do that. Like right now, a big focus for me is like bringing in new members as leading members into the community, helping them get connected, helping them get situated. So if you're like curious about being a leading member in our community, you want to work with me further, all the awesome benefits of that, just send me a DM on Instagram. Let me know. I can send you more information, and if it's a good fit for you, we can do a quick little onboarding call and we can get you situated and get you set up. And we got a really, really beautiful team here. And thank you guys again. Building conscious community is like one of the most exciting, challenging, magical, and amazing things. And I'm so grateful to be able to have the support of so many awesome people here who are doing it and creating communities of their own as well. So awesome. All right. Okay. We're going to conclude it there. So again, if you're looking to get connected further with our team of conscious media creators, join the Discord, check things out, join in for our circles, and yeah, lots more other awesome stuff coming up, and send me a direct message on Instagram at any time. So we'll conclude it there. I'll see you guys in the Discord. Have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. The light guardian within me sees and honors the light guardian within you. Thank you for being all that you are and doing all that you do. That has been another episode of Waking Up with the Wolf. Finish it off with a wolf howl. I love you guys. Have an awesome day. Much love. Keep it shifty, and